All right, folks. Sorry. I was definitely 2 minutes late because I was watching another streamer on TikTok do the Liza P demo. So I think it looks pretty sick. It has a deflect, but yeah, a little embarrassed off of that. I think we're good to go. Let's get this guy set up, and I think we'll call that good. Yeah, there you go, folks. Oh, we'll go live on TikTok as always. Where's the button? There it is. Okay, perfect. All right, TikTok. Let's say hi. Here we go. Oh no. Okay, that still works. All right. Oh, it still says Deviri with viewers. Do I just leave it at this point? I mean, whatever. Anyway, folks, let's get going. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's do it. All right, folks. Yes. What's up, TikTok? We are here. Obviously, this is the intro. I'll just try and burn through it real quick. I'll say the Friday's video is... that's Meat Grinder. And yeah, once again, I sped that footage up so it looks very crazy. I hope you guys enjoy it. I think it's one of my favorites. It's kind of a crazy one. I think they also have a TikTok account, and they've kind of done some promoting through social media, so it's pretty sick. I'm kind of working on a whole video talking about that, but yeah, that's the Friday video. The Monday video is Impaler, and Impaler is basically just a Doom survivor game. I think it has 10 rounds, so you survive for 10 rounds, and that's about it. Yeah, and then next week we've got like Ultra Kill. Ultra Kill is so awesome. It's the best. Oh, dude, Jermaine, what's up? Jermaine, it's good to see ya. What else am I saying? Yeah, we're doing Ultra Kill. We're doing a couple games that are basically Ultra Kill clones, but one of them is kind of more of like a buff and debuff roguelike. It's a classic. They're all pretty weird, but yeah, I'm excited for. So that's next week, and then we are actually doing the super hot roguelike that I have been missing this whole time. And dude, the super hot roguelike, that is a secret one. And then of course next week I'm gonna have to figure out what we're doing next week. I'm not actually sure. I'm gonna have to pull from the Rolodex. Doing the Arcanes was pretty nice. That kind of came in clutch. I think that was like a Matt quote maybe. But anyway, I think we're pretty much good. Yeah. So next week I'll talk about it on Sunday. I mean, here's what I'm saying. When we finish with the actual video part, we'll just do the 7 Crimes of Kullervo. So, I'm hoping it's out by then. That's kind of what I'm banking on right now. But that's pretty much all I got, folks. Yeah. So guess what we're talking about today. So, first of all, let's turn off that. All right, folks. So I think we're pretty much good. So today we are talking about Arcanes. We're talking all about Arcanes. We got a couple very interesting ones. So really when you talk about Arcanes, what you're really talking about is next week. Yeah, Jermaine says hopefully next week for Kullervo. What you're talking about for Arcanes is essentially just these are kind of mainstays in a lot of builds, like especially like the defensive Arcanes. There's pretty much 3 defensive Arcanes. But what I'm going to do is kind of go through a few frames and talk about the situations that I think they're best used in. So, like the first thing I think most people will talk about is Arcane Grace. And I think we can talk about it on Banshee. So Arcane Grace is probably the most used Arcane I have on any build, period. Because getting like a percentage healing is just better than any kind of other healing. Like it's even better than Wisp's healing. Like nothing really comes close to percentage based healing, especially when it's just regen per second over a duration. And the thing is, like 9% happens pretty frequently. Like you're not too worried about it. It's going to come in clutch for the most part. And then the other one that I really think is a serious mainstay and relying on it has gotten me killed in a lot of situations, I will say that, but Arcane Guardian is going to give you 900 armor, but obviously having that 15% is pretty low, so you're going to be in a lot of situations where you're going to be getting lit up and you're going to have to figure out some way out of it. So yeah, it's kind of annoying to proc sometimes, but when you do get it, especially for these squishier frames, like you're going to notice that squishy frames like Banshee, I also have something like Breach Surge, which is kind of like a radial blind ability, and it also has some light like radiation CC, so it's pretty easy. But yeah, those are kind of the top picks for me. Like Arcane Guardian is kind of good in a couple different situations, but I would say mainly just for weak ones. Rank 5 Grace, I see no point of it. Yeah. I'm assuming, I think Germain can survive without a Guardian, but yeah, I've always found that just doing random gameplay, a lot of frames I think I've ended up needing Arcane Guardian. Even someone like Mirage, like you might put a buff on her, but I found that she can kind of suffer sometimes, and maybe that's just because I'm dog shit, but I think it comes from trying to use a variety of gear and sometimes being forced to use melee weapons because you're only using a pistol melee setup for a lot of missions, and so what that means is you're kind of reliant on like the pistol for the priming and then the melee weapon for the actual killing, but that means going in close and get yourself killed. So you can kind of see that how playing the game in a specific way has forced me to use Guardian just because I kind of run out of options and I need that a little bit of survivability. Oh my god, the shadow. Yeah. The operator Arcanes, yeah, we're going to get into that too. Yeah, I definitely think that I'm still getting nuked. Yeah, that's the thing, like Germain can definitely survive, but I would say I've definitely run into a few frames where I find myself getting killed way too fast, and it's definitely just me standing still. But hey, dude, I'm reading chat. I'm doing all kinds of shit. But yeah, I'm not surprised that Germain doesn't need a double defense buff. But anyway, speaking of defense buffs, let's talk about Arcane Aegis, which is going to be my pick for shield frames. Yeah. That's kind of the thing is, I don't think most frames need Arcane Guardian. There are a few specific frames that I find are pretty squishy. Like, I would say like Banshee is an example. Probably, I would say Mirage is also an example for me. Like, she ends up being pretty weak sometimes just in terms of survivability. But anyway, on shield damage, 3% chance for 30% shield recharge. Ember is pretty squishy. I think, so Ember is a good example of one that I'll get into. Yeah, Nathan McDonald, 776 just followed. Shout out Nathaniel, excuse me, but, you can shorten it to Nathan. Anyway, 3% chance on shields is like garbage in most cases, but the thing about shields is, with most shield frames, you're going to end up using Pillage, which is going to give you shield regen, and so it's kind of like you're always going to have it. Cruz Azelle says, let me play with you. So Cruz, if you're down for it, you can go to my profile and the Discord is there, and I just put up a new message and you can figure it out. I believe in you. But yeah, if you join the Discord, then you'll be able to play with me. Actually, I was gonna get Gigabear in some gameplay. But yeah, we'll see if he pops in. But yeah, we just figured it out. So yeah, Cruz, if you're willing and able, then by all means. But yes, 3% chance on shield damage is pretty. It's like not really good, but okay, folks, you know the gameplay. Like you have the whole point of a shield frame is that you can regen your shields somehow. Like especially Pillage is just way too criminal. Mr. Happy says Destiny better, bro. Gotta try it. I don't know if there's a space in between that. I think it's just Destiny better, bro. Gotta try it. Dude, I played Destiny for like 5 minutes and I was like, there's a lot of stuff to do in this game, and there's very much also a lot of stuff to do in Warframe. And I already split my what am I trying to say? I have to split my focus as much as I can, but yeah, Destiny 2, yeah. Yeah, I mean, are you excited for Season of the Deep? I mean, are you excited for fishing? No hate, yeah, Mr. Happy says no hate, I played Warframe too. Okay. Yeah, I mean, shout out Mr. Happy. We got Randall Atkinson saying I was master rank 28 and hundreds of dollars. Yeah. Dude, shout out Randall. I'm in the same boat. I mean, I'm just a higher mastery, but that's just more time. Banned until December 31st, 2034. Damn. It's just story. I mean, I just hear stories about this. I don't know why that happens or where it comes from, but rip. Pour one out for the homies. That's all I gotta say. That's why I don't know where it comes from, but anyway. I don't know why people get banned, but it happens, folks. It happens. Yeah, you know why. Yeah. Okay, Revenant. Why are we talking about Revenant? Well, we're talking about Revenant for, I guess, 2 reasons. Oh, we have Avenger to talk about, but really right now we're talking about Arcane Energize. And Arcane Energize is going to be a mainstay on frames that are kind of weirder. Definitely frames that are energy hogs. So, of course, if you see an Arcane Energize, chances are you're also going to see Prime Flow. So, do you think Aegis or Barrier is better? I think it's kind of debatable. I think Barrier is like a 1% chance or a 2% chance. I don't know, but Aegis is like, I think they might be the same percentage, but I've always found that I would say Aegis is just as effective as regenning your shields, but it lasts for a duration. So 30% shield regen doesn't seem like a lot, but it really actually does come in clutch, and it actually kind of saves me in a lot of, like, if I can get that proc, it kind of saves me. But yeah, like, Arcane Energize is just like the most classic Arcane, like 60% chance. Here's the thing, you do need the max rank for it to actually be effective, and you need to not use vacuum because you're going to suck up energy orbs when you don't want them, especially when it's on cooldown, so it's kind of annoying. But yeah, guys, like, Arcane Energize, absolute classic. Obviously, it's a big grind to get that 60%, which is kind of what you want. But, obviously, you saw another Arcane that we're going to talk about a little bit later. But, let's talk about the classic combo that I love, the triple Umbra tank plus Arcane Avenger. All right, folks. Tell me that Arcane Avenger is not my most overhyped and most loved Arcane that I love to put in as many frames as I can. I even put in Carnus Carapace because I'm just a savage like that, so we can hit some big, survivability numbers. But, oh my god. Just being able to not, like, just have insane survivability at base and just be fine. Dude, Daniel Reyes in chat. Shout out Daniel. Yeah, like, Arcane Avenger, 21% chance on damage, so it's essentially proccing all the time. 45% crit chance. I think that's base crit chance, like it adds to the base value, and then your mods get added on top of that. So you can get some pretty insane numbers. It's an absolute classic. It's a mainstay on all of my tanks. Even a couple different ones, like Hildren Prime, great example. Hildren has Arcane Aegis. She also, in this build, has 1100 health, but the health is kind of a panic button. If your health is getting damaged, then you should be wary. Okay, so I think we had someone in Discord. Yeah, I think we had someone join. Oh, dude. We had Wolfgang join. Shout out Wolfgang. Hey, we got to get those numbers up. Yeah, so if you go to the general chat, I just pinned a message where you can, if you're on a different platform, you can message me, or you can invite me to a game, and then from there I will just talk to you, and then for the rest of the stream you're in the gameplay. That's what I saw. Dude, Plasma says joining Discord. Dude, shout out Plasma, and they also followed. God damn. Yeah, get on the Discord. Oh, here we go, folks. I can't actually see the numbers. I need to take this guy and move it over. There you go. All right. How's that? All right, perfect. All right, I think we're good to go. I mean, dude, shout out you guys. You've been crushing it. I don't know, the new followers aren't showing up. Oh, we also had Desperate follow. I missed that. Damn, that's kind of embarrassing. But, dude, shout out Desperate. That's a sick username. I got to say Plasma, also a sick username. Anyway, folks, I think we're moving on. I think we can move down. Do we have another pop in Discord? Yeah, we did. Putrid Plasma. Dude, and a sick Discord username. God damn, shout out. All right. What are we talking about now? Well, we're going back down to Revenant so that we can talk about Molt Augmented. Molt Augmented. Dude, Daniel Reyes says they just hopped back on Warframe. Shout out Daniel. Getting back into Warframe. I mean, it's a dangerous path. Now, I should note, actually, before we get into Molt Augmented, I'm pretty sure all of those Arcanes, you can only get them through, like, Eidolons or maybe, like, Orphix. I'm not sure. Dude, shout out Plasma. He says he's got to go, but, you know, you join the Discord, so that's, I mean, absolute shout out. That's all I can say. But yes, all of those Arcanes, anything that says Arcane is probably going to be from Eidolons. I'm 99% sure. Or you can maybe get them from Orphix. Like, you can get them as a random drop from Orphix. You know, we can even check right now. No, we won't check. But what we are going to do is we're going to move down to a new set of mods that just came out. The Molt mods, which you get from the Zariman. Oh, dude, Arconway is in chat. So the Molt mods, the Molt mods come from the Zariman, and they're basically just two different takes on ability strength. I think Molt Augmented is going to give you like a tiny percent, like maybe 10% more strength, and it's the first example of, well, let's just get into it. On kill, that's the main thing. It's permanent, but also it has 250 stacks, so you need 250 kills. So really what you're saying is Revenant is only going to be effective in like a long-term mission where you actually have a chance to get some real kills in. And then this is where Savage Dex follows, and Savage Dex is just, I don't know if Dex is talking about dexterity, but dude, that just makes me think about my dexterity arcane run that I'm doing in the randomizer on Elden Ring right now. And you get access to Eleonora's pole blade, which is like it's just like its only purpose. The only reason that Eleonora's pole blade exists is to kill Melania. That's it. It just trivializes the whole fight. If you have high enough arcane stat, you can just bleed constantly, but you do need to get that weapon to like max rank and have like 50 fucking arcane, and then you'll have like, oh, now you have like 70 or 80 bleed build up, and it still takes forever. So not to talk about a different game too much, but this is between the segments. So yes, once again, the Molt Augmented are less range and more efficiency. Arcanway, yeah, for Revenant, yeah, I think that's a solid build too. Yeah, I don't think his 4 needs a huge range. I would say, yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm just a savage like that. I think it's just that I'm a savage. I think Arcanway is just, you know, some people forget that these builds can be kind of raw, like, but dude, I love my Revenant build, like having like a huge range breach surge. Anyway, final Molt mod, Molt Arcane, I think that's what it's called. Where's Molt Vigor? I guess we go all the way up to Rhino, which is just the king of Molt Vigor. So Molt Vigor, on operator ability, 45% ability strength when it's at max. So 45 is pretty decent, but obviously super easy to recast. Really good for someone like Rhino, or even like Chroma or something, where you just cast a duration ability, cast Iron Skin. It comes in clutch, I would say. It's pretty easy. Cop a screenshot of that Rhino Prime build, yeah. Yeah, dude, Arcanway, I definitely say I'm always the type where Joaquin Xavier, is that how you say that? Joaquin Xavier says cop a screenshot of that Rhino Prime build. Yeah. 354 on the strength. The strength is inaccurate because I have 30% ability strength from Archon Shards. So I'm going to do a whole video. I think Tuesday's video is going to be all about Archon Shards. And I think it's going to be called Archon Shards are Warframe Rivens. I think that's what I'm going to call it. Wolfie, man, I'm only rank 3, so I borderline don't know what you're doing. Dude. Wolfie, man, welcome to chat, first of all. What I will say is, I've got a couple videos. I've got the how-to video. I've got the mods video. Obviously, you can sub to the Discord. The Discord is in the description of the stream. So you can go there. There's a how-to page. Show build again, please. Yeah. So there's a how-to page on the Discord. It has the how-to video. There's also a how-to mods page, but it also just has the list. So there's basically just a checklist for you to go through and say, okay, here's the basic damage mods. How do you get Archon mods? Archon mods is basically just complete the new war, and then I think you have access to Veilbreaker. So it's like it's gated behind the new war. what do you price the last ability? So this is Empower, yeah. So Empower is just going to give you flat 50% strength. It's just a criminal ability. It's essential. So you're doing Empower, and then you're doing Molt Vigor, and you're getting 50 plus 45. So you're essentially hitting you're hitting 450% ability strength. Let's just call it that, give or take. So 450. And then I think also growing power is going to give you 25. So you're at like 475. So you're closer to 500 than you are to 300. It's best to be on public for a fast and efficient fight. Yeah. Dude, shout out Bert. Shout out Brockboy. Shout out Fredge. I think we had one more. Joaquin. Yeah. Shavy. Oh, Shavy. Is it Shavy like A, or is it Shavi? I don't know. Shavy's middle name. Okay, dude. That's sick. XA. Is that Chinese? That's where I've seen the XA be pronounced like that, but I don't think so. I think that's wrong. I think it's just a unique spelling. But anyway, we had Frage follow, and we had Brockboy follow, so shout out. Can only do the boss once a week. Yeah. Definitely checking that out. Yeah. Shout out Wolfie Man. Yeah, I'm trying to do something. Yeah, you're Mexican. Dude, that's an incredible... Is that Xavier maybe? But yeah, Shavy, dude, with the X. That's like a Oaxaca. Is that similar to Oaxaca? I think that's different, but dude, that's just sick. I love to see cool names. That's just a cool name. That's not a cool username. You got a good nuke mag build for Steel Path. My mag build is probably too funky for you guys, I gotta say. My mag build is a CC mag. Like, I put Coil Horizon on her, and she's rocking 250% range. So yeah, maybe not a good build. You guys are gonna have to check me on this build. That's all I gotta say. Where's my mag build? Where is it? Oh, I guess she's a CC frame, so she's higher up here. Yeah. So first of all, having 110% strength plus growing power is gonna get Fracturing Crush to 82%. And if you're using a range build, you can hit 45 meters, which is just pretty criminal. Do you suggest using Varuna? I think a lot of people like her. And then guess what? I have Coil Horizon. Yeah, I think Arconway is crying. Does Arconway hate... What is Arconway talking about? Does he not like this build? I don't know. Yeah, I think there's also a build where you use Polarize, but this one is built off duration. We had Joaquin follow. Yeah, so like Polarize scales off of duration. Can you show the build for duration, please, man? Please wait. And then of course, does Arconway just hate the build? No, I just use Coil Horizon on her. Yeah, this is not a nuke. This is just how I play her. Is Arconway? Arconway, you have to enlighten me. This is pretty aggressive. This is some pretty aggressive comments we're getting from. Anyway, Varuna build. Yeah, I can show a Varuna build. Forget about. Nice. Well, Daniel, no prob. Very busy schedule. No prob. I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, the world, it does get pretty crazy. Here's what I'm saying. We had D's follow. D's to get that username. That's insane. We also had Wolfie Man saying, how long have you been playing Warframe? Only asking because I see you basically... Yeah, so I think I downloaded the game on PS4 like when it came out. Maybe when stamina was still a thing, but then I didn't really play it much until Plains of Eidolon came out. So I think when Plains of Eidolon came out, duration, not range. Yeah, dude, I don't fucking like Polarize. I don't use Polarize. Mag's ability scales off duration. Yeah, I literally don't use her bubble. Don't use her Polarize. I don't use either of those abilities. Yeah, I favor Fracturing Crush because then I can actually just use a range build on her. And then I've always just found that, like, it's just infinite armor strip, so you just, it's pretty boring. Like, if I see an opportunity to use like a CC ability, I'm gonna take that opportunity. What do you use her for? What? I use her when she shows up. I make her into a CC frame. Because once a frame is a CC frame, then I know that I can take them into Deviri, and I don't have to worry about what weapon I'm using for the most part. Pizza Poo, Final Fantasy 17. I don't know if that's what that means, but Pizza Poo says, "What's your favorite frame?" And I would say my favorite frame is any of these CC frames. You know, like Valkyr, I put Ensnare on Valkyr. But you know, all in all, I think Zephyr will always be my favorite. Zephyr. Way too criminal. Like, CC frames trivialize the game in a way that a lot of people will probably hate on, but I've always found it just way too awesome. Like, it just makes things super simple. And what it does is it maximizes your weapon usability. It maximizes the amount of weapons you can use, and it means that you have access. You can use weapons that aren't necessarily super insane. You know, something like the Zylock that does need to actually kind of shoot someone in the face to be useful. Anyway, let's move on. We're talking about weapon arcanes. Weapon arcanes are a little boring, especially primary arcanes. I would say like literally 100% of the time I'm only using primary Merciless on primary weapons, because most of the ones that I'm going to be using, favorite CC is Zephyr, Mag, Nyx, Nova, yeah, Volt, yeah. Well, for me, there's like CC as in pulling enemies in, and then there's other forms of CC. Yeah, Varuna build D's. Oh, yeah, I got you. So primary Merciless, whatever. We're going to get through all of these weapon mods. Really, here's the thing. Primary Merciless, the only one you should be using. When we come over to secondaries, it's basically 3 choices. You have secondary Merciless for anything that's good at actually killing shit. Or you can use something like, come over here and we talk about Cascadia Flare. And Cascadia Flare is only really going to work on beam weapons, and especially chain beam weapons. But really, any beam weapon will work. Like, you could talk about the Occucore is another great example of it that only has fire damage, whereas the Occucore. But the gist of it is that you're essentially always going to be proccing. Where is this? No, that's the Synax. There's the Occucore. So the beam weapons are so fast that you're essentially always going to be proccing fire. And then the other one that I've noticed that might be pretty cool is we could come over to something like the Epitaph. And if you want to build this weapon for something like priming enemies, then what you could do is use something like secondary Encumber, which is a new one that came out with the Citrine mirror defense mode. So what this is going to do is whenever you get a status effect, of course this guy has 136% status, there's a 24% chance to just trigger another random status. So if you're talking about priming for condition overload, that is a pretty savage build. You know, I would say that for a lot of people will say that a secondary's weapon best use is to like prime enemies for condition overload or for your melee weapon, and that's about it. But you know, I definitely think that there are specific weapons that are pretty useful and they can deal a lot of damage. But yeah, like talking about something like this Zylock, it's pretty situational. Okay, Varuna build for D's. I hope you're still there, D's. Varuna, pretty basic. It's pretty weird. So what I've done is I've gotten rid of her 3. Her 3 is going to give you energy on headshots. I cannot be bothered to get headshots. I do not want to get headshots. So I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to replace it with what? I'm going to replace it with Ensnare. You know, the whole kind of animal theme. You know, of course, Ensnare is Korra's ability. And that's going to pair the best with her 2, which is essentially the only ability that I use. And it's just going to kind of prime enemies. But here's the thing. In a lot of situations, you don't even need to use this secondary ability because you have Ensnare. And all it's going to do is just bring every enemy together. And then guess what? They're all gone. It doesn't matter. As long as you're using a decent weapon, like, it does not matter. I will say the most important thing is I'm using Arcane Grace and Arcane Guardian so that I can use Rage. Because she is pretty energy intensive, and I think that this allows me to not use an energy mod. Like, I have only 150, so pretty low. So if I want to use her 4, which is going to do okay on some enemies. So what do you suggest on Varuna? What do you mean? Like, oh, what weapon? Yeah, I missed that. I don't know. Like, I would say a strong melee weapon. A melee weapon that does a lot of damage because you also have her 1, which is a guaranteed crit. Have increased. Yeah, I think it just gives you increased crit or maybe permanent crit. I'm not sure, but I think it gives you 1 attack with a big crit bonus. So, you know, having a strong melee is going to be the most important thing for Varuna because you can benefit from her 2. And then, of course, you have to decide whether you want to put in snare. Like, I don't want to, like, force people to, like, use a bunch of CC abilities because that's the way I play. And that's always been a big part of, like, how I do these things is, like, I'm not going to tell you that this is the best way to play the game. Like, I'm not going to tell you that putting in snare, coil horizon, and larva on, like, a huge majority of my frames is like a good way to play. But what it does do is it makes a lot of frames that are kind of lackluster, it adds a new flair to them. Like Atlas really doesn't need strength, so you just give him 280% range and then you give him coil horizon and suddenly he's now a CC frame that also has access to Arcane Avenger, so he's doubling up. What's the video today? Io. We're about to close out on the last of my Arcanes, so we're now talking about Operator Arcanes, which have always been some of my favorites. Here's the thing, folks. The only Operator Arcanes that are worthwhile are the ones from Fortuna. We have the first one, the survivability one. This is the most important and the best healing. This is the best healing mechanic in Warframe, period. You guys can fight me on it. I don't care. I love it so much. It's literally just go into Operator, go into Void mode, and then you heal your Warframe in about 4 seconds because you're healing a quarter of their health per second. So it's just way too criminal, way too easy. Magus Repair will always be my favorite. And guess what? It's also a crowd heal. So if you can manage to catch your friends before they're about to die, you can heal them up and then they won't die. So I say Magus Repair is better. You've been saying my name wrong. It's Low. Oh, is that an L? Oh my god. I was going to say, I couldn't decide, but I was wrong the whole time. That's an L for me. That's an L for you and an L for me, but your L is better. It makes more sense. Anyway, the other staple, I mean like almost essential that I always use forever is Magus Lockdown. Drops a mine that tethers up to 10 enemies in 15 meters. And what it doesn't tell you is that it's going to put them to sleep. Yeah, Jermaine says Magus Elevate. People will go back and forth. This is the endless debate. Jermaine is a Magus Elevate stan, and I am a Magus Repair stan. Because I'm a man of the people. I want every frame in 30 meters to heal. But mostly myself. The grouping one. I know there is a grouping one. Can I look? Here, let's see if we can figure it out. It's probably going to be one of these higher ones. Void Sling. Is it up here somewhere? Oh, is it one of these guys? Nope. 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 I don't think so. Am I missing it? I don't know. I don't know which one it is. 300 armor. Negates transfer and static. Am I missing it? Am I crazy? What's the grouping one? Yeah. Don't worry, folks. We'll find it. Oh, enemies within 30 meters are pulled towards the Warframe. Oh, there you go. Magus Anomaly. Okay, that's the one. It looks like Fortuna. Yeah, that's a Fortuna one. What amp arcanes are you run for Eidolons? Jermaine. I pretty much only run Eternal Onslaught, which is the other thing we'll get into. The Eternal ones are the only ones that I use. Lockdown and Anomaly. Yeah. Those are awesome. Yeah, I think they're both really useful. For me, I use Lockdown because it does just sleep everybody and it makes things a little bit simpler. But yeah, Eternal Onslaught on energy depleted, 180% crit chance. So if you use this with Matter Eye, it's just super brainless. And of course, the staple on operator ability, plus 60% damage to amps. So these are pretty much my essentials. As soon as these came out for Zariman, I was like, oh, it's over. And I also use these to revive myself. So if you can drain your energy fast enough, even with Zenuric, you can pretty much revive yourself no matter what tile set, as long as there's... like, I would hope that if I'm dying, it's because there's a lot of enemies around, and so therefore it's going to be brainless. And, you know, we could talk about the amp. The amp is just the flamethrower with 58% crit chance and the glaive projectile with 54% crit chance, because we have the bonus. Oh, damn, there's an ice cream truck. Anyway, folks, we're done. We're out of here. What would you say are the best mods for the Stug? Oh, should we do a Stug build? Oh, I love the Stug. Oh, yeah, dude. It pisses me off. It is my most hated weapon. And, you know, for a couple different reasons. Also, it sucks. But also, it, like, literally never procs status, which is so annoying. Like, it's so infuriating. But let's talk about the Stug. Literally probably the bottom of my usage, yeah. Oh, it's above the Nell Prime. That's pretty sick. Yes, Stug build. It's all damage. I'm using heated charge. You can use normal heated charge. I'm using ammo mutation. I am using secondary dexterity. This is a weird situation where I am using a different arcane because it will never kill anything. It will never proc status. So as long as I'm killing with my melee, it'll work pretty well. Anyway, folks, Magnum Force and Augur Pact are the essential ones. Plus, you have the default multi-shot mods. But yeah, dude, like, I think a lot of it depends on your gameplay. I think those amp arcanes are pretty much essential. There might be some that are a little bit better, but I don't think so. I think it's pretty much you know what you're getting. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's Stug. So we are at 7:39, so I think we can just get into some gameplay. I think what we can do is do the dailies. Yeah, Stug kind of sucks. Oh, yeah. So Wolfie Man is Mastery Rank 3. So here, Wolfie Man, we'll do something for you right now. I think if you get to Mastery Rank 4, you might have access to some pretty good weapons, but I need to be using the Zylock. So we're going to do the dailies. We're going to do the sortie. We're going to do all that shit. Oh, here we go. Let's do this. Watch me, folks. Warframe, Mastery Rank. Go to the Mastery Rank. Go to Fandom. Scroll down. And what you're looking for is Warframes to show up. Here we go. There's Warframes. We're going to come over here. Secondaries. At Mastery Rank 2, you have access to the Sonic Ore. That's a pretty good choice. The Furus. I don't know. I would always say you could just go for a kit gun. Going for a kit gun, especially as a secondary right off the bat, you do need to get to rank 4 in Fortuna to get access to a actually decent kit gun. But if you can manage it, then it's going to be pretty worth it. Yeah, I would say at Master Rank 3 you can do Aclato, which is going to be probably your best choice because Aclato has decent slash damage from what I can remember. Let's come down here. Slash damage is favoring it by 60%. So yes, Aclato is going to be a good choice for you. If you're at Master Rank 3, yes, and you are. So I think Aclato is something you can just buy also. Not quite sure. Let's come over here. You might have to craft it. Let's look at Aclato. Aclato. Oh, you can just straight up buy it. I might just buy this. You know, it is actually just a straight up pistol. It does 40 base damage. I could look at some other pistols and compare. But yeah, this is a good instance where you guys might get a sneak peek into how I actually do some building. So this guy has 140 at base. Let's look at something like Kunai. This guy has 46 at base. And so what essentially you're learning is that the Aclato is going to have... Well, Kunai is obviously going to get buffed, so I could come down here to like the Acrid. Yeah, look at this. The Acrid is 43 damage, so the Aclato is keeping up pretty well. We had Period follow. We had Detonator 97 follow. We had Brandon Martin say Master Rank 6 and 8. Yeah, I definitely think 8. For me, 8 is the big... I think that was the bit. Yeah, that's like Excellitra and Lens and a couple of really strong AoE weapons. But yeah, I guess what I'm going to do right now, folks. Are you ready for this? I'm going to buy the Aclato because I'm tired of it showing up in my Deviri and just not being able to do anything about it. So let's go to Aclato. Let's straight up buy it. Brainless, too easy. If you can buy a weapon, just do it. So here we go. This is for Wolfie Man. Wolfie Man, you can do exactly as I do. I'm going to come over here to my leveling character. This is my leveling loadout. Let's see. Where's Aclato? So all things considered, Aclato actually comes in clutch in a lot of situations. It's got pretty decent damage. Oh, we're bugged on animations. There you go. We could do some live coloring. Do we have any dual skins? Oh, we have some cool Aclato skins, but I think these look like dog shit. Oh, this one's pretty cool. It has some... Is that metallics that I see? I think those are metallics. I think I can color those like a metallic. Yeah. Yeah, it's 20 plat. Whatever. Let's buy it. Alright, here we go. Oh, it's Kintsugi. Yeah, okay. So we're going to start with a black base. This is some weird gameplay that you guys are seeing. This isn't actual gameplay. Maybe we just level this live. We can do a light coat for this guy. I can't really see it. There you go. Now you can see it a little bit better. Alright, give it a light coat. I don't know what color this is. Oh, this is the metallic, so we'll give that a gold. And then I think this might be red. Where is this? Oh, it's basically non-existent. You can't even see it. Okay, we'll just make this black then, whatever. Alright, here we go. And then, of course, we give it the classic colors. Boom, boom. And there you go. Okay, pretty much good. Alright, there's the Aclato colored, and then we go over here, and... Oh, Jesus Christ. Not a single Forma. I guess that's to be expected. So we go Hornet Strike, we go Amalgam Barrel Diffusion, and we go Lethal Torrent. And then guess what? I'm going to put in Carnus Stinger. We're going to get 145 on the slash damage. That's pretty cringe. And then, of course, we don't have enough for... the other mods, but what we can do is put in Augur Pact. I think what we might do... Oh, this is insanely low status, though. So we're going to probably need to do... what's the mod that I'm thinking of? Where is it? Sure Shot. So we'll do Viral over here, and then we'll do Sure Shot right here, and then we'll put in Ammo Mutation, and probably also an Arcane Adapter. So there you go. That's how you build it. Not enough credits. Damn. That's an L. You got to farm for credits. You'll get a lot of credits, don't worry. But yeah, Aclato, all things considered, it might actually keep up pretty well. What's the magazine? 30 in the mag? Yeah, you're pretty much fine. A dual weapon with 30 in the mag, you're okay. Yeah, obviously the Furus is full auto, but this guy is insane slash. So think of this as the Pandero, but it has 30 in the mag. And it doesn't deal crit. So, you know, it's a status-only Pandero. So it's got a couple caveats, but, you know, comes in clutch at an early mastery rank. That's what I would say. Yes, Wolfie Man. Dude, that's what I want to hear. It's that simple, folks. It's more about being able to Google stuff. If you know what to search for, you can learn whatever you want. Took me 2 days just to get the parts and resources for Necromech. Almost punch a small child. Dude, oh my god. I remember doing the Necromech grind right when it came out. But I was just grinding that shit solo just over and over. Dude, I was doing so many of those Demos vaults. I don't remember what I was trying to get, but I did so many isolation vaults. Way too many. Oh, I never said I was the one with not enough credits. Dude, oh, Kiko. What is that? XCVII? What is that? 1,000... Would that be 1,000? Anyway, whatever. That's Aclato. So I'm going to have to build Aclato in my spare time. I don't think I have any Forma. I have to build a bunch of Forma. Oh. How do I get prime parts? Oh, here, I can show you. I just jumped in. My bad. Oh, Ditchinizer. Shout out. 98. Okay, 98. Gotcha. Oh, okay. I think I see how that works. Relic CJ. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. I got you. Yeah, maybe we should do some relics. I do need to farm relics. I do need to do some relic running. Can we just do that? Let's see if there's a good one. Dude, shout out Ditchinizer. Let's see if there's any good relics available right now. Let's see. We got a survival. Ooh, a sabotage on Mezzo is pretty good. I could do a Mezzo sabotage. Should we just run relics for as long as we want? It's pretty chill. It's honestly pretty easy. We got Forma on the secondary. We got Forma on the first. Yeah, always go for the Forma. I always need them. So here we go. Let's see how many relics we can run. So this is relic number 1. You guys can keep track. Yeah, playing with viewers. Yeah, so Kiko, it's a couple steps, but if you go to the Discord, which is on my profile, CJ followed. So CJ, this is where you get relics. You just pop these relics and you'll get them. So yeah, Kiko, if you go to the Discord, you can join the Discord, and then there's a pinned comment on the general tab, and that has my username, so you can use that and yeah, joining some gameplay. It'll explain how to invite me to a game. Once you invite me, then we can talk, and then I'll just get you in chat, and then you can become part of the Peanut Gallery as well. So shout out the Peanut Gallery. Come on. Come on. There you go. That thing needs to be faster. I don't know what they need to do, but it needs to be faster. Alright, now here's the thing. I'm going to make sure that no one else gets my speed. Yep, there you go. I'm a bastard like that. Alright, we are at 5. Yeah, everybody else is at 5. Okay, that should be the max. Yeah, somebody's running in here with the Ogress, I think, just nuking everything before it even converts. So you kind of have to be ahead of him and get them to convert faster. Yeah, there you go. They're converting a little bit faster. Alright, it's a little bit more about spawning mechanics. Nobody's going for it. I'll go for it. Oh, looks like the bubble did not reset my ability. That's sick. We're at 9 and we're at 10. Too easy. Okay. Yeah, shout out Kiko. He says I'll do my due process. Ah, you guys are just killing me. It's a good TikTok day. Is it showing how many followers I had? I think it says 7. Oh, are we all out of here? Yeah, let's just get the F out of here. Let's refresh this. Oh god, are we gonna be behind? I think nobody got my speed. Oh, gotta go down. Okay, still made it. Oh, not the fastest. I'm actually in 3rd place right now. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm moving too fast. Yeah, I am in 2nd place. That's too bad. Oh, it's a Titania. To be expected, folks, honestly. I'm just moving too fast. Oh. I see we had someone join in Discord. Who we had join? Let's come over here. Oh, we had Kiko. And your username is the same. Oh, and we had... I don't know if I got Joaquin as well. Dude, shout out you guys. Just killing it. And then someone in general. What are you guys saying? Can we add a trading chat? Oh, dude, absolutely I can add a trading chat. Wait, are we done with the mission? Oh, yeah, Forma. And the rest of them are copper. Yup. Love the bronze rewards. So I need about 10 Forma. I try to farm about 10 Forma a week and just have it crafting because I'm just an asshole and I just bought way too many Forma. Oh, dude, we can check out the dojo. So that's the thing, folks. I now have a clan and I have to do all the research and I'm going to be doing it all myself because as long as I'm the only member, the research will be super cheap and I have so many resources. So I'll have to figure out a way to add people to the clan. But I think once we figure that out, it'll be pretty much brainless. What was I doing? I already forgot. Oh, dude, we have 3 thumbs up. 3 thumbs up, sending us some likes. We got 11 new followers. So, dude, we've already hit the mark. We're at 50 minutes and we've hit the mark. The goal for every stream is always 10 new followers. And we've crushed it like well before the hour mark. So that is just incredible. Shout out the community. Shout out Kiko and Joaquin for joining the Discord. What was I doing? Oh my god. I guess I was going to the dojo. We can check that out. We can peep the dojo. It's probably... Oh, it's called Lost in the Clouds. I wanted to put Lost in there somewhere. Every single dojo with the word Lost in it is taken almost unanimously, except for Lost in the Clouds. So let's see. Trade is done. So we can trade with people now. Trade tax. Yeah, I think it can be 0. I don't think I need to worry about it. I think I can ascend, though. Can I ascend? To participate, you need to belong. Oh, I literally, the clan has not existed long enough for it to work. Okay, yes. So here we go. We have all the different things. So what can we research? Start research. Requires prerequisite. Okay, so we all start here. Okay, so let's do this. Contribute. So this is what I'm going to be doing. So what is it? 3 days? Okay, so I check on this periodically. Very cool. So we'll just come around here. Yeah, I'm making a clan. I thought it was probably the easiest way. Oh, dude, we had Big Brolic Black Boy. Jesus. That is a sick username. Yes. Steerculo. I am making a clan. Make sure to finish some lab research. Resources increase each tier you go up. Okay, so I'll just never increase. So I'll just never rank up the clan. That'll be the whole idea. I don't think I have any reason to. Is it just going to remind me forever, or do I have to actually rank up? Especially the HEMA. Yeah, dude, I'm just not going to do it. I will risk my current clan to join yours. Well, I'll say wait a couple days. Let me get some research going. Yeah, that's kind of the main thing. Let's see. Yeah. All of these guys I'm already done. I have the research is going to be so much easier when it's just me. So yeah, we'll figure it out eventually. I want to actually get some of this research, especially the HEMA. Yeah, the HEMA is the main one. Did we had Steerculo follow? Yeah. I'll let you guys know. I'm thinking of doing like a big event when they release like cross friend and all this stuff. Mutagen mass, infested catalyst. Okay, yeah, we can start both of this. Yeah, so I think I have a bunch of neurodes. I have a bunch of this shit. 23 hours, whatever. Yeah, mutagen samples. I think I have a bunch of this shit. Let's see. 1,000 mutagen samples. Yeah, I think we're okay. So we can look at the HEMA. The HEMA is the worst, I think, right? Is it going to tell me 5,000 mutagen samples? God damn. Yeah, I definitely don't have 5,000 mutagen samples. How much should I sell Garuda Prime for? I'm like mostly on Warframe, yeah. Is it a crossplay clan? Is crossplay possible? Yeah, Dojo makes you dirt, bro. God damn, you are right. HEMA. 5,000 mutagen samples. What is this? 10, 25, 30, 25, 25, 60, 10. So I guess I'm doing... So what's the best way to get mutagen samples? So let's do some research then. This is literally just me figuring out how to make a clan. This is Baby's first clan. Phage. Okay, yeah. So it's literally just the HEMA that's going to be a bitch. So I'm going to do that one last. PS4, PS5, PC. Okay. So are able to join it. It's possible, but no social aspects yet. So no friending or joining same clans. Oh. So crossplay is possible, but no social aspects yet. So no friending or joining clans. Okay. So there's no cross clan and there's no cross friend. So that's still in the works. Okay. Damn. That's ruthless. So yes, the HEMA will be the last one. I'm going to do some research right now. Watch this. We're going to do some more research. Warframe mutagen sample. And let's look up where you can get it. Okay. Oh, is Kitty gonna show up on screen? Barely. He barely shows up. Okay, let's see. Demos, Cambrian Drift, Sabotage. Yeah, I don't know. Can be bought for platinum. Jesus. Are considered a rare drop on Eero. While being uncommon, it is advised to visit the latter when attempting to farm the resources specifically. Don't they like drop somewhere? Until they add cross trading, yeah. You can only join if you run the same system, yeah. No trading too, yeah. They need to add that instead of anything. Oh, dude. Oh, it's going to be so... I'm telling you, it's just going to be a nightmare. Type landscape. Oh, does it just drop... Here, can I come here and it's going to tell me? Cambrian Drift. No, that's not really going to tell me what I want to know. Maybe if I come here. So I'm pretty sure I know where it drops. We'll have to do some Demos missions. I think that's still the best way to do it. I think so. And I think it just means doing the highest level bounty and just doing it solo. Enemies, minor features, trivia. Yeah, it's not really going to tell me. All right. Yeah, I think Cambrian Drift has been the best way for me to farm mutagen samples. Yeah, mutagen samples for the Hema is the main thing. But yeah, I'm pretty much just going to be working on this research nonstop for the next God knows how long. Yeah, I think I'm all caught up. But yeah, I mean, we have all the classics. We have enough reactors. The dojo literally has nothing. It just has a dry dock, and it has the Crimson Branch. I wanted to at least finish a couple of these right off the bat. But yeah, Crimson Branch is done, so you can do some trading of liches, I guess. Activate. Yeah, you can trade liches over here. It's pretty cool. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Next 3 months, yeah, definitely. Vent Kid Lab. Oh, I need to do Vent Kid's Lab. Let's do that. Hang on. I think I can add that room over here. What does the Vent Kids Lab give you? Have I ever done that? What is that? Oh, interesting. Is it for... Guess who's back from the dead? Oh, is that God, is that Yuna? I don't remember. It is the Berserk symbol. I think Compressa. Okay, Ghoulsaw. Okay, and other things. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Vent Kids Lab. Vent Kids Bash Lab. Tenno Lab. 7 available. Look at that. Perfect. Exactly enough. And I don't have any Forma, so we'll have to just let it cook. Let him cook. My dry dock is almost done. K-Drive stuff, yeah. So let's just, yeah, I don't have any Forma. Oh, I do have a Forma. Oh, sick. Well, there you go. Invested the Forma. All right, there you go. So now I think we have everything. It is way over here, but it is a funky one, so. Anyway, I think that bubble gun huge. OP. The bubble gun I do kind of like. Compressa is kind of one of my favorites. It's really weird, but I do like it. Do I need to craft the key, or is it just available in the Arcane lab? I got to come over here. This is like the last thing I'm going to do. In the dojo, let's see. What? Where is it? Over here? Oh yeah, no, they're just here. You can just pick them up. Okay, cool. Yeah, we do need another Plague Star. Shout out. We've been waiting. Dude, the Shadow. You're still alive. You're still alive. Still alive. Anyway, are we doing more? So is that the thing? Are we just doing Demos bounties? We're doing max level Demos bounties till our eyes bleed. Is that the gameplay that I do when I have nothing else to play? I think that's what we're talking about. They said it will never come back. Oh, because it's just too easy to get Forma? Damn, they know. Dude, they know. I mean, if Jermaine is correct, that is savagery. That is ruthless. I can agree to that. I try not to like shit on DE, but that is ruthless. That is like fucked up. They know what they're doing. They want the Forma. They know how valuable Forma is. Like, they added it to a Krithis' stock. They're doing a little bit of shit, but they want you to do the relics. I get it. I got almost 150 Forma. Gee, Jesus. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Kiko, you're proving their point that you get this huge Forma stock and then one day it runs out and then you're like, no! Like, you're like, no, I have to actually do the intended Forma route, which is just doing Lith or Mezzo relics. And dude, I have like 100 of these Forma relics where Forma is the lowest level. So I could literally just do these forever. It just does not matter, folks. So I want to make sure that I'm the only one getting speed once again. Literally every Kuva and Tenet weapon. Yeah. Well, it's 5 Forma. Dude, for me, it's actually the secondary weapons. Like, any secondary weapon that has crit is easily like 7 or 8 Forma when I finish it off. Like, the kit guns are like insane amounts of Forma. So, like... oh my god. And then when I'm in like normal daily gameplay, like you're talking about the sortie, you're talking about sometimes Archon hunts, I'm pretty much only using a pistol and a melee weapon, so I want those pistols to be as strong as I possibly can, and so it's literally like 7 or 8 forma on all of these pistols. It's so awful. Dude, it's just rough as fuck. Like, actually, the Tenet Cycron and the Kuva Nucor are the lowest forma pistols that I own. Like, even like the pistols that have no crit, fucking 6 forma. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's like 5 or 6 forma. It's just way too criminal. It's absurd. I do think the one nice bit is like melee weapons and warframes are a lot easier. Except, dude, when you talk about something like Sevagoth or, you know, any of the exalted frames, like, you're just grinding out forma. So brutal. Ruthless. I mean, classic gameplay. The forma is the only grind in the game. I've probably spent more platinum on forma than probably anything else, and that is maybe an idiotic take, but it's just been my life, just to not have to farm it and to be forced to only have 1 a day. Steelpath Baruch build. Oh, dude. I get to show off my Steelpath Baruch build. Just way too criminal. Alright, we gotta be in first, though. I will show off my Steelpath Baruch build. So yeah, if you guys catch me in the back half of the stream, we got another half hour to 40 minutes of a stream left. Yeah, if you want to see a build, if you want to see anything, drop it in the chat and I'll see it. His augment for his 4, yes, dude. Kiko, a man after my own heart. He says exactly what you need to hear. Build, yes, dude. Oh. 4 stack of bronzes and then I get a forma, and it's my forma, so I just get to claim my own forma. How nice is that, you guys? How nice is that? Isn't that just exactly what you gotta see? Dude, Ivy in chat. What's up, Ivy? We're about to show off my Baruch build. Baruch is actually my favorite frame. I talk about Zephyr being my favorite frame a lot, but Baruch just as like a pure frame that isn't just CC because I'm a CC asshole who just loves that shit. He is my favorite frame. He's the coolest. Honestly, I love his deluxe skin. I think some people don't really like it, but I do love his deluxe skin. Oh, I just love Baruch. He's my favorite. I love Baruch's deluxe because it's very like harsh tones. Like, you have this big block of color, and then you have this other big block of color, and then you have his kind of embellishments, and then of course you put the arm pieces on, so he has these big wide shoulders. But yes, Baruch build. Cake Prime. Forma should come built from relics, but there is like 2 per day. Damn. I think that's fair. I wish there was just a way for you to get built forma a lot easier. Cake Prime, dude, coming soon. Cake Prime is on the way, and I did change up my Wisp fashion. I switched it over to a Tenogen skin so that I could use the Tenogen with the Prime accents. But anyway, the signature for the Baruch build is Arcane Avenger. The other signature is Reactive Storm. It's going to give you an insane amount of status chance. You're going to notice I'm at 250% strength, some pretty criminal numbers. We've got Growing Power. We've also got Empower, so we've swapped out Elude so that I can just buff Desolate Hands and get 90% damage reduction, because 90% is pretty cringe. Currently, build herders have 600% strength. Can't wait to do it all again. Yeah, dude, like Kiko, at this point, I've swapped out a lot of the strength buffs in place of things like Arcane Avenger and just using straight up Roar. Baruch can hit red crits without Arcane Avenger. How? I put Arcane Fury on mine, yeah. Well, I know that Desert Wind does it gets to 187 with the double sacrificial. So this is a good chance to talk about sacrificial. But yeah, use whatever mod you want. I use Arcane Avenger also just as a buff for my normal weapon. But yes, I don't know if Prime Reach affects it. I think it affects it. I'm pretty sure. I've seen it. Dude, shout out Yuna. Yuna's in chat. Dropping some likes. Who needs guns? I got Fist. Yeah, Baruch. I mean, Baruch is my favorite. But yeah, I do just love Arcane Avenger. We have 100% status, absolute classic. Yeah, I'm curious how Baruch hits red crits. Interesting. That's a take that I haven't seen yet. I mean, I'm sure it works, but I also think that he benefits from a little bit of range. I think that his 4 gets some bonus range. So, yeah, you're essentially keeping it active all the time. So you have 40% plus 90% damage reduction. You have enough range that you can kind of spam this. I have negative duration, so you can... So you basically get some meter from the slow duration, and then you get more meter from the sleep. So you want the sleep to trigger faster, so you can just kill the enemies. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, I definitely think you could swap this out for Arcane Fury. I think I might have a max rank Arcane Fury, not sure. Arcane Fury, no. Oh. On crit hit for bonus melee damage. Gladiator mod set bonus. Oh, yeah. So are you building up combo from the actual hit bonus? Yeah, I mean, I guess it works. I mean, yeah, that's always been my thing, is just being able to front load the crit chance and just... So you hit them with the projectile and it builds up the gladiator bonus. Well, I guess then that would... With mag pull. Yeah, dude, I mean... Yeah, dude, then your build is fine. Yeah, use whatever... It sounds like your build is perfectly fine. Sounds like you don't need my build. I mean, I guess, yeah. I guess I'm using Arcane Avenger because it benefits me in all situations. You build combo on his 4. Yeah, that's pretty sick, yeah. So then the question is... Since it's buff Suda... Interesting. Oh, are you talking about airburst as in Zephyr's airburst? Well, I guess that would be a CC ability. That's why people run group ability. Yeah, I mean, I've always just kind of used the blocking combo and then it just pulls them towards you. But really, the slide attack deals enough damage to kind of nuke everything regardless. So you kind of just pull them in and then slide attack them and they all die. Like, here's the question: does Prime Reach actually work? Because then you just swap out Prime Reach for Gladiator Might, and then that's just how you run it. Yeah. Oh, I think Kiko is talking about the difference between Magpul. Yeah. What's the number under your Forma number? That's Archon shards. That's Archon shards. So I have 3 Archon shards. I have 2 health, and then I have a effectiveness on energy orb. So yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. I definitely think. Well, I definitely think Baruch is so strong that it. I think most builds do really well. And Snare could work. Yeah, I've always just found that. Yeah, I do love Ensnare. I've always just found that Baruch kind of just nukes regardless. Wouldn't be bad for Acolytes. Yeah, yeah. Prime Reach only works on the actual hit, not the wave. Well, there you go. That's the answer. So then we just take this off. And we swap it for Gladiator Might. So I've always been curious about that. So then the wave actually scales off of range, doesn't it? Is that right? The wave scales off of range. So then I should be putting this guy in here. I think Prime Reach. Or Augur Reach. And then I think that would probably be a better build. I think I have Warcry on my Baruch. Yeah, dude. I found that he's pretty fast. I run heavy attack Baruch. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't really like the punching heavy attack. You can't change the range of it. Okay, well there you go. There's the answer. Okay, so then range is fucking meaningless. Okay, there you go. That's what I wanted to know, Jermaine. I'm sure I could have just Googled that myself, but I appreciate Jermaine telling me. So, you know, that's what chat is for. So there you go. Can't change the range. So then, yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I mean, yeah, you could definitely swap some stuff around then. I would say I don't think I have anything that's high enough level. I mean, I would say even like Arcane Fury might be a good choice. Is that the one I'm thinking of? No, Fury is the melee damage. Yeah, I think that's just the best choice for you. But yeah, obviously I don't have any of those. What's the other one? Arcane Strike, is that? Yeah, for attack speed. Yeah, yeah. But you know, here I already have Arcane Avenger. I don't have to farm the other one. Slide heavy strat to one-shot Acolytes. Damn, dude. I mean, you guys are just killing it. Range in Baruch would still be fine, just not on his mainly. Yeah, yeah. No, I do think, like, I've been totally fine with a 36 meter lull. 36 is pretty big. I run Nourish. Yeah. That's sick. Yeah, I guess I literally just run Empower for Desolate Hands to just get a huge number of Desolate Hands, and that's literally it. And then, yeah, it's basically the most basic build out there, but yeah, that's pretty much all I run. I walked to the bathroom today. Shout out. Yeah, I mean, dude, I appreciate the love from the chatters, but there you go. So you swap out, you get Gladiator Might, so now you get red crits even easier. Plus, then, if you're a savage like me, you also rock Arcane Avenger just because you're an asshole. And you want that maximum crit bonus all the time, so that's the Baruch build. Are we back to doing relic runs? I think we are back to doing relic runs. All right, let's do some relic running. Oh, dude, shout out Sudakami, yeah. So yeah, dude, I mean, I could talk about that real quick. So the way that I color Baruch is actually like, not to talk about my book too much, but black, red, white, and yellow or gold in this case. Can anyone guess like what those colors come from? I wouldn't recommend running range on them though. Yeah, like black, red, white, and gold. What is the significance of those colors? Or maybe yellow. Black, red, white, yellow. Where do you think that comes from? I want to see if anyone knows where that comes from. And then I'll kind of break it down, you know, as it pertains to the lore of this series that I'm working on. But anyway, yeah, I mean, guys, I think we're pretty much good. We can get into some classic relic running. Batman, I like it. That is Batman. Shout out. I like that answer from Jermaine. Black, red, white, and yellow are the four humors. So before modern medicine, there was the theory of the four humors, and the humors pertain to, different aspects of the body. And you would have leeches put on you, and you would have bile, which is the yellow humor. But this comes into play in kind of like an SCP story called Alegata, where you have the four lords, and so you have crimson, ebony, gold, and alabaster, and these are you attribute whatever meaning you want to these four colors. It's a color. What meaning can you prescribe to it? Anything you want. Like if you, as a writer, you make it whatever you want. How the fuck was anyone supposed to know that? Well, Jermaine, that just shows that you don't know as much as I do, doesn't it? Oh my gosh. I mean, not to hate or anything, but yeah, I mean, that's old school shit. I love old world lore. Old world lore comes into play a lot in these books that I'm writing, and maybe it's because I'm a writer and I'm, not to talk about the books that I'm writing, but I am, longtime viewers may know that I've been writing this kind of like sci-fi, anime series, I guess you would call it, but I've kind of pivoted away from that, and I'm writing this story about the Buddha now. And anyway, it's just, I don't want to talk about it too much, but what's not to love, folks? I think it's going to be fun, but we are just running relics. It's 8:15, so we have about, 15-20 minutes left. This is going to definitely be a shorter stream, but I mean, you guys on TikTok, you killed it. 13 new followers already. I mean, just crushing it. I need you to sabotage. Yeah, Kiko. Right now I'm working on chapter 3. So essentially the whole, I've always found that when I write a book, there's always some kind of gimmick or caveat that I have to say with the book, which is like, with this book, there is no action until chapter 3, which for some people is like, oh yeah, that's okay. I think that's fine. But, for me, I want action to kind of happen right away. I want there to always be action happening, because especially when you're just writing, I think it comes off a little rough. Like writing a fight scene, writing action can be a little hard, but it is fun. It's more fun for me. I think it's more fun for the reader too. So that's pretty much it. Yeah. Sudakami, I am running the Vermisplicer primary. So it is a chain beam primary weapon that also has infinite ammo because it's battery operated. So it's insanely cringe. Yeah, Ditchenizer, shout out, thank you. I think for me, writing has always been a way for me to express things about myself that I don't necessarily, it's kind of hard to express in other ways, like things that are kind of hard to talk about or uncomfortable. For me, a lot of writing a book is you know, when you do a comic book, it's a little bit more like happy. You know, like I think like a Batman comic is a very cool thing because it's like dark and gritty. But I think there's a lot of shit that's maybe more something you can just express in words and kind of force someone to imagine. That's the whole idea. Like certain scenes, I think forcing someone to read these words, and I say that in that way because, you know, you can do like some really gruesome scenes and some shit that's like really fucked up, and, you know, I think the whole point is like the reader can just prescribe whatever value they want from the scene. The whole point is to leave it a little open-ended and be like, yeah, you decide what this actually means and what meaning I'm trying to attribute with this. But I think most of the time there is a pretty clear theme. Yeah, that's pretty much it, folks. I think for me, like, the more you write, the more you realize that like themes and symbols and all this stuff is kind of like up to you in the end, and you know, it's kind of abstract, and being able to convey your theme properly can be a little difficult for some people. Oh, I also want to say we had Jay follow, so shout out. But yeah, like I think writing is a great way for you to kind of try to express your words in a way that isn't just like a tweet or something. Like putting it in a story, you know, obviously the whole idea of a story is like the character is you, and or maybe like, yeah, like the character is a version of you or a fragment of you, and it's a lesson that maybe you learned, or a lesson that maybe someone around you learned, or you've noticed over the years. And so that's kind of the whole point, is you're kind of embedding like a secret. You're what's the thing? Inception. You're incepting an idea in someone else's head. Like you're giving them a theme that they can think about later, and then you're also giving them some action, and hopefully it comes through properly. But anyway, folks, I need 10 Forma. That's it. I just need 10 Forma blueprints, because all it means is that I can just fuck off from Warframe. I can run Demos. I can do Demos, I guess. Dude, shout out Kiko. Yeah, sometimes I do just ramble, but I do think this is a huge shout out to like my English teachers, that they gave me some books that were like very insightful into like how to like learn. Like essentially when you read a book, you're trying to learn from you're trying to like read the writer's mind. Like the whole point of writing a book is like you're trying to get your reader to read your mind and get you to think the way that you think, and get you to see the world from your perspective. And I think what I found is add a little bit of action, add some excitement, add some characters that are lovable and that are super endearing, and people will get hooked, and then you can kind of secretly teach them or show them some lessons, or express some things that they can learn, maybe about their personality or about certain personality traits. Like I think like for a lot of people, you know, different emotional problems can kind of be conveyed really well in book form. And I did catch everybody, so they're all going to get 30 seconds of 2x speed. So like conveying shit in book form, it's kind of a fun way to do it. But anyway, from any specific, dude, easily One Piece. I mean, One Piece by far, that's like the most brainless. Like for me, One Piece as like a format for a storytelling, for a way to tell a story, that you have these characters, and you find out later, but you kind of always knew that this character was like this messianic figure, you know, this like protagonist in the most protagonist way possible. But then he goes to these places and he changes them. But it's really more of the idea of having like self-contained stories, and being able to do like one story after another, and really like these stories are more like kind of vignettes that, you know, there's a build up and a climax. Yeah, dude, exactly. But like I think Tsudakami, I think what you're going to realize is when One Piece ends, you might see a 2-piece. You might see like a spin-off, and I don't think it needs to be as successful, but the One Piece universe I think is built in such a way, like here's always been my pitch. If One Piece created a roguelike where every character in the game has their own level that's themed after them, and they have gear that's themed after them, and like specific upgrades that are all themed after. Like if you get to fight like Akainu, and you get to fight Bolsarino as like a From Software style boss, where you have a dodge and a deflect, and you have mechanics based around dodging and deflecting, they would make $100 billion. They would make so much fucking money. They would never have to do anything ever again. So all Oda has to do is finish One Piece and say, we're not going to have any more characters. This is the definitive final form of all these characters, and they're all going to show up in this roguelike. And guess what? It's going to have 50 DLC. Okay? I don't know if they're ever going to hear this pitch, but if they don't make this game, I'm going to make this game. Okay? I don't care how long it takes. My plan is to build a game almost like an engine to build off of it. But basically the idea is start off with only about 3 levels or 4 levels, and then just sell DLC with like level packs. So you get like a Bolsarino pack where he has his whole legion, and he has mini bosses themed after light, and so they kind of have these abilities. You think someone else is going to take over? I don't think so. Did you know Choji from Naruto? Choji. I thought Luffy was basically supposed to be Goku, like someone that like is just like super powered in the end, like, or the one that's always. I don't know, but I think Vincent also is on the right path right now. It's 8:23. We might do a couple more of these. But yeah, like the value of One Piece as a brand and as a cinematic universe, like think about it as like the One Piece, like the OCU. Like we have the MCU. I thought it was Wukong. Yeah. Well, Wukong is Goku. Goku is Wukong. So you're both right. Or yes, we're both right. Yeah, like this story is as old as stories itself. It's the story of Sun Wukong, who challenged God and challenged Buddha, and I think it's the Monkey King. I think that's who Sun Wukong is, and he has the staff, the infinitely long staff, and so like that's it's a never-ending story. It's as old as time itself. It gets retold over and over. But like, yeah, writing my whole book, I'm writing it about Buddha, and the whole point is like, it's gonna essentially be the same story, like all things considered. Just like a dude, a character who is unstoppable. Like the concept of like a yeah. So Vincent says the writers of One Piece and Naruto. Yeah, well, I mean, dude, obviously like the 2 most successful shonens in history. I mean, of course they would be friends. Like they're literal. Oh God, hang on one second. They're like best friends. Hang on, what's going on? I think my TikTok is tabbing over too far. I think I need to move this over a little bit. I'm getting some delays, folks. My TikTok is fucking me up, I think. I'm down. That's fine. Shout out the homies. Yeah, Shokwan says One Piece is the best, dude. The love for One Piece in the past. I mean, dude, I get every single chapter of the One Piece manga spoiled for me every day it comes out. I have like 5 different accounts that all go over the whatever happened in that chapter, and so I'm completely caught up. It has never been as good as it's been. Like every single chapter reveal has been like the most criminal, like coolest shit you've ever seen. Like this is truly Final Saga shit. There's no way around it, folks. This is like, goddamn, dude. The music, yeah. Like I had to take the music off of my background playlist, but yeah, I used to play it. I have most of it. It's so good. The reveals, dude. Shaquan, I'm telling you, Oda is the GOAT, and he always will be. And that's why, like, to me, I want to, like, this is me saying, like, dude, this shit will live on forever. You'll never, like, storytelling for me is like before One Piece and after One Piece, because it's like that method of storytelling, that way to like segment stories and then have these like larger culminating stories, and to like create a world that is like, the whole premise of the world is like, you realize slowly but surely that this writer could basically put whatever he wants into this story. It could be whatever. There's no limits on the world, and it's designed that way, and there's intention to the world building. And you know, like when you talk about, dude, I mean, it kind of reminds me of Elden Ring, but Elden Ring is also even cooler, because Elden Ring is also talking about something like every aspect of the world has its own lore and history. And like, dude, I want to interview George for the rest of his life about how he had to work with those people. I don't think anyone will guess what the One Piece is. I don't think it's ever going to be shown. I've always felt that that's the best. Did you craft your Cyanex? Oh, cheesy. Nice. Every monster has lore. Yeah. The final boss is going to be Betty White. Oh, I mean, you guys are too good. Yeah, I think this is going to be the last one. Yeah, like yeah, Sudakami, yeah, like that's what I love so much about Elden Ring, has always been like, it's so consistent, and like every mechanic from every game they've ever created. Yeah, Ditchenizer, shout out. Yeah, I think we're about to close out the stream. We had 14 new followers, so we definitely hit the goal for today. Oh, I do want to say we hit 3,500 followers on TikTok, so fucking shout out to you guys. We are getting closer to 10,000 every single day. I'm going to be back on Sunday. I will say I've got some interesting videos in the works. I need to wake up tomorrow early so I can record some videos. We had Insane Eagle follow, so shout out. But yeah, that's pretty much it, folks. Yeah, when we hit 10K, Shaquan, dude, I'm getting shafted over and over again. Shafted. When we hit 10K, I can finally make some playlists for you guys. And then, shout out Kiko. You know, when I can make some playlists, I can start. I'm definitely thinking about doing some Warframe content on the TikTok, on the YouTube, doing some shorts. I'm assuming it's going to take a goddamn long time before I hit 10K. So, I'm assuming by that time, I probably will have all of Arcade Games Season 2 done. And I think that means I'll have hit 200 games reviewed. So that'll be a huge milestone. I'm about to hit 150. So I hit 100 at the start of Arcade Games Season 2. And I'm about to hit 150 probably next week. So that's insane. And then, of course, we have party games. We have the party game series. I need to finish that. I probably need to get Keon back in the studio to close out the party game series. But yeah, we've got some time on our hands. But yeah, folks, I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to call it there for YouTube. You guys have been great on YouTube. Shout out Wolfie Man. Yeah. Accolado. That was a huge shout out. So take care.